are you today? It is Tina with Next Step Streaming. I have been throwing a lot at you guys. I have information coming to you from videos, Discord. I have you reading books, watching videos on YouTube for motivational speakers. I have you networking. I have you streaming. I have you doing your other job. I have you doing a lot, right? What do they all have in common? Time. They all have time in common, and time is a very precious thing. It really is. So today we are going to talk about time management, what you should be doing as a streamer. Now, it's very, 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 very valuable for a streamer to learn how to prioritize what he or she is doing throughout the day. Usually the first step I tell people is for a week, just go about your normal routine. A week, 2 weeks, even a month if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty. Write down everything you do, okay? So you woke up, you had a coffee, you went on social media for an hour, I don't know. I mean, we have so many people in this chat. I went and I picked up my daughter, or I went to work for 9 hours, but then I came home and I watched a video, or I dilly-dallied, or I did chores, or I watched a stream. I was on social media again, just kind of, networking. I want you to take all that information down and get it as detailed as you possibly can. And then I want you to be real honest with yourself and say, okay, if I was to prioritize my life right now and try to reach the specific goal I want to be, whether it be I want to be networking more, or I want to be streaming more, or I want to be spending more time with my family, you need to start prioritizing. I know myself, and I will throw myself under the bus and use myself as an excuse. I will wake up and I will lay in bed for an hour and I will fool around on social media. I'll check Twitter, I'll check Facebook, I'll check Discord, I'll check Twitter, I'll check Facebook, I'll check Discord. Then I'll go back, I'll check Facebook, Twitter, then Discord. I might even switch it up and put a little Instagram in there. And because I'm half asleep, I'm not really doing anything. I'm not networking. I'm not really, paying attention to trends and any upcoming news. I'm just kind of like curious, and it's almost a habit now, right? It's almost an addiction for me, because I need to be included in so much stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll put it down and I'll go do my coffee and I'll go, and I'll start about my day. But I recognize that hour can be better used instead to ghetto up and actually go for a walk. Actually, not even look at my phone and just go for a walk and just start stretching, get some fresh air, get my heart pumping, get moving. And I was reaching my goal as a healthy streamer more than I thought, just kind of dilly-dallying on social media for an hour and not really accomplishing anything. Because it's all about prioritizing and what you need in your life at that moment. Now, if I was taking that hour and I was diligently networking and really getting work done, then yeah, sure, that's one thing. But I knew it and I recognized it and I owned up to it, and I was not using my time 100%, to its fullest ability. So that is something that I really want you guys to keep in mind. I want you to keep track of what you're doing. I want you to start prioritizing, finding out what's more important. And if it's not really achieving anything, I want you to start putting something in that spot that's going to achieve something instead. So the hour I took of just half-ass networking, I instead decided to start putting back into my physical health, because my physical health has been declining because I don't leave my computer. If you are not networking as much as you should be, if you are not seeing your concurrent numbers going up, if you're not seeing that support from other streamers, that networking just succeeding for you, you need to sit down and you say, do I need to stream less? You know what I mean? Like, am I streaming for 8 hours a day and only getting one viewer because I'm not networking correctly? I would advise streaming an hour less. Stream 7 hours, and that last hour, network your face off. Seriously, network your face off. Even a smaller stream. If you're doing a 4-hour stream 3 days a week and you're not seeing the numbers that you need to, and you cannot for the life of you find any other free time to network, you need to start finding time to network. And if that even cuts into your streaming a little bit, so be it. but your networking has to be a priority, because you'll sit there and you'll stream those 4 hours till the cows come home, and you will not see any growth because nobody is finding your channel, because you're not networking, because you're not prioritizing correctly. So this is something I want you to keep in mind constantly. I mean, it's a great thing to have. I mean, I'm sure parents understand, a little bit more than people like me who don't have kids. It's all about multitasking. While you're on the toilet, are you tweeting to somebody? While your kid is at as at practice and you're sitting there for an hour, are you networking? Are you watching other streamers and learning how they're reacting to certain things and things like that? How are you using the most of your time that you can? And most of us aren't. Most of us at the end of the day aren't. I've even been trying to sleep a little less. I was getting lazy again. I was getting 7 hours of sleep, and I'm like, oh man, I'm getting comfortable again. And my networking was hurting. And, so I prioritized my mornings to be a little bit more physical, to get me up, feeling good, feeling positive. And now I go to bed a little bit later, because now I spend, an hour at night networking, or I spend an hour at night doing videos like this when I have power. So, it's just something to be aware of, and to kind of, even lunch, or are you kind of just like watching Netflix and kind of taking an hour to eat lunch? You know what I mean? Like, right now should be the moment. You're never going to get this time back. Right now should be the moment that you really start getting the most bang for your buck when it comes to time in your life, because you're never going to get these hours back. So, and I'm not encouraging burnout. If anything, I'm encouraging that you're making smart decisions to prevent burnout. Like myself, I said, I realized I wasn't actually networking. So instead, I'm going out and I'm getting physical exercise. I'm getting fresh air. I'm getting sun. I'm moving around. You know what I mean? Like, if you are feeling burnout, look at it. Are you are you spending all day thinking you're working? Instead, you're kind of like just cruising social media. The 3 hours that you were cruising social media, you can go to 1 hour, actually network, and then those 2 hours, go for a walk, go grocery shopping, go, watch a movie. But you really need to prioritize your time a little bit better when it comes down to that. And like I said, you don't know when and where until you write it down and you look back and you're like, oh my God, there are these huge areas that can be prioritized so much better. Because right now, of course, we all think that we're doing the most with our time, but we really aren't. We really aren't as human beings right now. We kind of are just in the moment, and it's not always the best decisions. So guys, if you are having any issues with prioritizing your time, if you are like, yo, I wrote down my schedule for a week and I'm just not seeing it, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to sit down, go over it with you, make some suggestions, see if we can move some things around. I recently was talking to somebody about how they should stream a little bit less and put that time into networking. And, and that's going to pay off to make those quality streams even more quality. It's all about quality over quantity when it comes to hours when you're streaming in the beginning, right? You rather have 3 amazing hours than 4 really shitty hours in the long run. All right, guys, so I wish you luck. As always, visit me at nextstepstreaming.com. Email me at nextstepstreaming@gmail.com. I'm on Twitter at nextstepstream, and I'm always on Discord, always a message away for you guys. So let me know how that goes, and hopefully we can free up a few minutes, hours, days to get you closer to your goals. Have a great night, guys.